She used to be an actress.
She ever do anything I saw?
I think her biggest deal was she starred in a pilot.
What's a pilot?
Well, you know, shows on TV.
I don't watch TV.
Yes, but you're aware that there's an invention called television, and on that invention, they show shows.
Yeah.
Well, the way they pick the shows on TV is they make one show. I can't read it. I just can't see it. And that show is called a pilot. And then the show, that one show to the people who pick the shows on the strength of that one show, they decide if they want to make some more shows. Some get accepted and become TV programs. Some don't and become nothing. She started in one of them ones that became nothing.
Holy shit.
I needed my glasses.
I'm glad she's better at sex than she is reading without her glasses on.
Ah, yes. Welcome to Couch Pilots. All of you are quarantined. It's the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television pilots of the past. My name is Jason, and with me is my bearded clam. It's Captain Philip Ressisher. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can't you tell?
I don't know. You ever step into a room and then you like feel the atmosphere immediately?
Sure.
Like attention?
I love attention, and Blake loves me. The only person that loves attention more than me, I think, is Blake.
I love me some attention.
That's why it works so well. I think did we tease it at the end of the last episode? Because I said the pilot that we're doing this week is has a star in it, like a big television star. It's a star that your betrothed has a little lady boner, you can say.
Yeah.
She's got a crush on this guy.
Sure.
So we said we were going to have her this week.
Well, you said we were going to have her on. You didn't say, do you want to have her? You want to have her on? You said we're going to have her on.
Well, I know that if I said that, and you would love to have her on.
Right. I would have been like, hell yeah.
You want to introduce her?
Yes. Welcome to the show. She's been on furlough since the quarantine started. She has not been serving drinks on the plane. It's the one and only Stewardess Mollz. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. One thing that would have been great had you guys paid me some unemployment money.
Well, we thought about we had an idea for a stimulus package, and Jason's like, "Well, you just give her your package as a stimulant," and I was like, "All right."
No. I was going to need some cash, and then I was going to need that nice, sweet extra $600.
You don't want to be stimulated by his package?
Well, you can stimulate me with the package, but I also need some cash to back it up.
Hey, remember that one time we had her on here, and then she tried to mimic all the drops that we had?
Yeah, that was great.
That was my favorite thing.
That was one of her best bits.
Do you remember that?
No.
Was she drunk? we said, hey, I'd say, I'm going to play this, and then you say it. We'll do it again real quick.
Okay. Awesome!
Lightning doesn't really strike twice, as far as I'm concerned. No, it was one of my favorite things we ever did.
I think I recall now, yes.
Anyway.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you here, even though you've been furloughed.
Well, I've gotten a lot of shit done.
What did you get done during the furlough?
I cleaned my kid's room.
Why did he clean
I took up
it?
basket weaving. Well, he helped.
What kind of baskets? Wicker baskets?
Wicker baskets.
Whisker baskets.
Did you have
Wicker baskets.
kitten whisker baskets?
No, just the plain wicker ones. I can make big ones, small ones, tiny ones, big ones.
What do you use them for?
To hold shit.
Like, does she ever hold anything for you?
I can put his balls in the basket.
Do you think they used to have like cups made out of wicker?
Ouch.
Ew,
That would be all right until like one of the wicker pieces weaves broke, and then it had the had a pokey wick out,
And it would puncture your sack?
Yeah.
I could probably do a little double basket. That's my next thing. You know how you're always looking for woodworking stuff? I'm going to make 2 little ball holders.
Little ones?
Well, we'll have to get measurements. But
How much water do they displace?
Water?
What? Why do you do that?
Which one?
The basket part. Why would you ever make wicker baskets?
Something to do, something to pass the time.
Do you have to soak them in water? Is that how you do it?
I'm not sure. I haven't gotten to that point.
Where are you with
She
them?
just has a bunch of links on Pinterest, and to her, she's making baskets.
Oh, so you're virtually in your mind. You've done this.
I'm also cooking a lot more.
Digitally.
No.
Actually.
Cooking. Yes, we have a menu, and it's actually gone out until not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday. And I have everything in the refrigerator / freezer, and I have all the condiments, and I have everything ready to go.
I think more than anything, I'm just excited for how proud she is of herself.
Oh, she's been doing great.
That's great. Is your self-esteem through the roof?
Yeah, no. Because say today, I made spaghetti bake. Now, granted, it's just spaghetti, and then you put cheese on it, and you put it in the oven. But it's still a 2-step process, which I am not used to.
You a one-step kind of gal?
I'm a one-step kind of gal. So, and I knew that you were coming. You were flying by today. So we needed to get done quicker than normal. So I had it all done from when my husband walked in the door.
Right. That's him there.
That's him there. Yeah. He's got the corona, but he won't get tested. And so then...
Why are you inviting me? Why am I here if you have the coronavirus?
I don't have
He
the
doesn't
coronavirus.
have the coronavirus.
You look
That's
like you
how
have
he
it.
always sounds
Well,
like.
yeah, you look like you got it.
I do have it.
Do me now.
Sounds
Now
like
do
that
me.
before the corona was around. But, so I had it all ready to go.
And now you have some for me. You're gonna give
Yeah.
me spaghetti bake.
There's plenty of spaghetti bake if you'd like some.
What kind of cheese does she use, Blake?
White cheese. I would say it's a mozzarella, maybe.
Mozzarella Parmesan blend.
Oh, that sounds great. You know what? I'll have 2.
It was quite tasty.
It was good.
Oh, was it? Was it good?
I said thank you, and this looks good.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Well, probably because you were specifically not listening.
You're
Yeah, I do
outside.
that too.
When I came in, and the first thing he said to me, he didn't say hi or good to see you. He said, Molly made this most incredible spaghetti bake, and he implored me to smell his breath, which I did.
It's nice that you care about him so much to
Still?
back his ass up. Yeah.
Still.
To back his ass up.
Ooh, you're a big fine woman.
But I am baking more.
You're baking, you're basket weaving.
Digital, that doesn't count yet. Until you have one that I can see, it doesn't count. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Like
Okay. What else am I doing?
I want to build a fence in my backyard. I've got it all mapped out, but I wouldn't call myself a fence maker yet.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You've mapped it out. You can do that. You
Okay.
can claim that.
Okay. Then I made a fence.
The first
there you
step
go.
is getting started.
Is that a reading rainbow?
I guess.
Don't take my word for it.
Ah.
LeVar Burton had those really cool laser beam eyes.
The banana clips.
Yeah, he had the banana clip thing. That was great.
I used to put those in my hair.
Tell me about your boner for Nathan Fillion.
What would you like to know? Oh, the boner started back in the day when I was watching. I didn't even know what movie it was because I wasn't a big, huge science fiction gal. But
Battlefield Earth.
Firefly.
Fire, no.
Serenity.
Serenity. That was the movie.
But
Serenity
that was the one
movie
that wrapped up the series.
of Firefly.
Right. Created
Right.
by Joss Whedon, right?
Yes. I had seen Serenity, the movie, and I fell in love with it. Nathan Fillion was in it, and then also, what's the other guy's name?
Alan Tudyk.
LeVar Burton.
With the red hair
Adam Baldwin.
that got
Danny
stabbed.
Benedici.
That got stabbed when...
Vinny Vidivici.
Okay, y'all don't know. But then there was another guy in the movie that
Was it Alan Tudyk?
I don't even know his name. I just remember he's very cute. So
It's
that's
chock
when
full of handsome fellas.
Yes, chock full.
So why did you see Serenity? Did you know anything about Firefly? So
no.
how did you get hooked into that show?
I have no idea.
Did you go back and watch Firefly?
Parts of it, yes. Not all of it.
Is there a cut that someone made where it's only Nathan Fillion scenes?
No, but that's something I should look up.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I've just always been a fan. And then he was on Castle, and then I became a bigger fan. And then he's on The Rookie now, so I watch The Rookie religiously. So,
Now,
a fan.
Did you watch him when he was on Young and the Restless?
no.
I didn't realize he was on that.
No, I did not know
That's
he
how you
was.
gotta start.
I didn't know he existed until Serenity.
That's great for him because a lot of people I don't feel like ever make that jump out of the soap opera thing, you know?
He is that awesome.
Well, that's apparently so. He's got charisma for days. Blake, do you have a crush on a lady on TV?
Where does he start? He's got many crushes.
On TV? Who's my crush on TV?
Well, I don't know on TV, but you like Scarlett Johansson. Betty White.
Betty White.
Yeah.
Blanche.
I'm more of a Betty guy.
You're Betty.
There's nobody like on TV, I guess. I mean, would you count Mandy Rose as on TV?
She's on TV. She's
Is
not
that a
in
wrestler?
movies.
That's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Sure, she's on a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's Mandy Rose, yeah.
yeah, I'm not big on TV.
Yeah. You're not big on movies as far as I'm concerned either. What do you watch?
Jeez.
Huh? You'll have to stay tuned till the end to find out this week's recommendation.
That's right. He's changed his message of positivity. He's had enough of positivity.
Has he?
I think 2020 beat him into the ground, which is understandable.
It's beating a lot of us into the ground.
So now what I do is instead of giving a message of positivity after every episode, at the end of every Judd Apatow, I just give my recommendation for something to watch.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a perfect segue to me.
To the next part of the show.
Oh, to this.
What's this?
You ever heard this song before? It's called Dog Police.
Dog Police.
And sometimes we play it while we're thinking on the show, if like we're trying to think of something.
Right. You probably turn that up a little bit.
What do you think of this?
Catchy. It makes me think.
This is a novelty song that was turned into a pilot. Can you believe that?
No,
Have you ever heard of a song generating a pilot episode?
I have not. How many are there?
Well, if it's on this show, smartass, there's only one. This is really upsetting. Do you want to move on to the next
Yeah,
part
she
of the
hasn't
show?
listened in probably 2.5 years, so she doesn't really quite get all the bits. We got to go back to the old school bits.
I get really tired of hearing my sex life on the radio, so I tend to not listen anymore.
So you haven't listened to this so long that you don't even realize it's not the radio.
You know what I mean, but yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captains have turned on the fastest.
Remember when we were on the radio?
Yeah. we our show was right before Howard Stern.
Oh yeah, we were intro to him. Remember when our intro song sounded like this?
Welcome to.
You remember that?
Yeah.
It was like a piano.
It was great times.
Are you done at you're done at the pet store?
I was furloughed from the pet store. I go back in June.
Can we call them?
No. Well, they're closed.
Oh, they're not even open for business?
Well, they're open, but they close at 6. So.
Shit. I was going to call them and ask for Molly. Did you run the register at the end there?
That's all I ever did was run the register.
One time where I was trying to call them and you're like, don't call them. I sit in the back on a computer all day.
That's when that's when right at the beginning when she was doing her classes.
Okay. Okay.
Now she's an expert and she touches lizards.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
talk
which,
about
by
that.
the way, can we talk about my lizard real quick?
Yes, yeah.
We were in there yesterday, and I was double checking on my lizard. One of them is gone now, and
Heaven?
R.I.P.
No, somebody bought him. And
Or
so
he died.
Now, somebody bought him. I checked on him.
It's on a farm somewhere.
And the other lizard is still there, and she's lonely, and she's half off. So a $299 lizard is now $150. Plus, I get a 40% discount. So technically, my lizard would be free.
I don't think that's
No,
how
that's-
percentages work.
And
Blake,
also, it has to have a place to live. You have to get a heat rock. You have to get an aquarium. You have
Yeah,
to get food.
there's a whole bunch of just kits that come all together.
And those cost about $150, $200.
Yeah, but I get a good discount.
Blake, what's the most exotic pet you've ever had? Was it the Great Northern Mattress Pisser?
She was a beaut.
I had a African gray bird.
And what happened to that bird? It died?
Yeah, it died. It had got cancer. It died. It
Bird cancer?
It had a tumor in its neck, and the birds have a little hole in their neck
To breathe?
To breathe. And then I came home one day, and it was like a golf ball had popped out of it, and so the tumor had popped out, and it couldn't breathe.
Holy
and it
God.
died.
So you came home and it was dead?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That
And
sounds
you wonder why I'm as messed up as I am.
African great. Did it ever sing to you? Or did
It talked all the time.
What's the greatest thing it would say?
Go ahead, tell him.
Well, its name was Peckerhead.
That was his Christian name.
Right.
Okay.
And it would like whenever I left, it would say "see you later," "see you later." But then when like my ex-wife would leave the house, it wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
Only when I said it.
So the bird could recognize evil.
Yes.
Animals
Yes.
often can.
Yeah.
Yes, evil.
Well, you want this? Do you want this bird or this lizard?
I do.
What would you name it?
I'm not sure.
And what kind of lizard is it?
It's a blue-tongued skink.
And first of all, watch your mouth. Second of all, how big do these things get?
And they can get pretty big, up to like 18 inches, I believe.
Would it have its own room in the house?
No.
Where would you put it?
In a terrarium
In
thing.
the house. Where would you put the terrarium?
To be honest, probably down here.
It's cold down here.
It's got a heat lamp.
You gotta have a heat rock. Is that what you said? Those are your words.
Yeah, heat rock.
You gonna spend money on a heat rock, Blake?
Nope.
And to be honest, they do prefer to have a temperature change between the day and the night. So
Like the desert.
they don't have to be all warm all the time.
But where are skinks native of?
New York. The South End.
Hey, I spent some time with some skinks.
But they're
With
really,
the fuzzy
really
hole.
cute because they have like a little blue tongue, and then they have a long body, but they're little feet. They have 4 legs, and their little leggies are just little tiny. What they remind me of is a Tyrannosaurus Rex that lay on the ground, and then they just walk.
I don't know that
So
T-Rexes
cute.
lay on the ground.
They don't, but what it reminds me of is
if someone knocked one over.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes.
What an asshole would do that?
Wonder why they have blue tongues. Are they native of the heat?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's why giraffes have dark tongues. You ever hear that? They spend all day like licking leaves off of trees. That if their tongues weren't dark, they would get sunburnt.
Oh,
So it's a defense against their tongue.
nice.
You're getting a lizard, is what it sounds like.
I'm not getting a lizard.
Doesn't he do well on saying no? It's a lot of no's.
You want to do the list of the stuff I said yes to?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Hold on a second.
No, this is not the.
Go ahead.
No, this is not the forum for that.
You brought it up.
Huh?
You brought it up.
I was being sarcastic.
Can you give us a little hint of what that would be?
I'm not going to discuss it. We have a long show to get through.
Today we discussed the pilot episode of Alligator Point.
Alligator porn?
Alligator porn.
Did you know that Blake and I are starting our own porn studio?
No, wasn't aware. He didn't ask me to say no or yes.
Well, it's a business venture. It's nothing. It's not.
You have to get your wife's approval for a business adventure.
We're going on a business adventure.
Oh, an adventure. Not a venture, but an adventure.
The business, by nature, is sexual,
And naughty.
but we're not part of that part of it. We develop new genres of pornography.
Right.
Oh, all right.
Because I came across some pornography recently. It doesn't matter how I found it, and it was like it was horror pornography, like scary.
Like bondage or
I saw like a desolate house with like broken windows and like refuse all over the floor, and then some lady was dirty and she was in rags, and then a guy sexed her good. And so we're like thinking about new genres of porn,
Like farmer porn.
And,
like out in the fields.
pet store worker porn.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's not bestiality. It's like the animals are forced to watch 2 humans.
Yeah, they're like in a pen. The humans are in a pen, and there's all kinds of animals around them.
Yeah, cheering them on. And it's a lot of close-ups of like the eyes of the animals getting wider.
all I can think of is the Wonder Pets.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly like that. And we're doing a lot of children's show parodies of pornography. Like
Punky Brewster.
yeah, it's called what? That's an easy one. That's a slam dunk.
Pork and Brewster.
Right. Porky.
Porky, come over here, Porky.
Sounds like a great idea, guys.
Well, we got a lot of great genres that we're going to start. What's a genre of porn as a woman that you would like to see? What first of all, what's one that you enjoy? What kind of porn do you watch?
I don't watch porn, Jason.
Well, that's a lie, of course. Blake was like, "Get in here! My wife made the best spaghetti bake. She loves pornography."
Oh, that's how it went. Yeah.
No, go ahead and answer.
I like big boobs. So what?
Well, that you didn't finish the sentence. There was two parts to that sentence.
Do you know the answer to this? What kind of porn she likes?
Yeah.
And it's related to big boobs?
It starts with, I like big boobs and rough.
Oh, like beating the shit out of tits?
No,
Like,
no.
tough titty play?
No, not tough titty play. Just
like boxing them like in a gym? Like,
the roughness doesn't have to necessarily come with the tits. Just and not like
Forceful.
not forceful, but just more. I'm
dry
always
anal
telling him,
rape.
No, not there. That's exactly what it is. Not so
Like,
I
like
guess,
if they fall out of bed, they don't stop. They just keep going. To her,
There
that's
you-
rough sex.
There you go. Yeah.
Where's the line between? Because a lot of women like that. A lot of women like to be manhandled and over. We talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
But where is the line between that and like feminism and Me Too? Because it's a blurry area, don't you think?
Right.
Answer for your gender.
You're a gender?
And I'm really not a good.
We're
one
going on
for
a
the
business
gender.
adventure. Booze.
Yeah, that's a lot of booze.
Don't fucking mind your own business, you big titty.
I'm-
Big titty
titty
rough sex
porn.
watcher.
Oh, for Pete's sake!
That's like that meme I saw that said the garbage man left a pamphlet for AA on my recycle bin. He needs to mind his own fucking business.
Did he really?
No, it's a meme.
Did he really?
Well, I know your consumption rate, and
Well, we left. It was funny because we came home yesterday and there was I take all the cans to a guy at work, and so we had a rather large black garbage bag full.
doesn't matter
of
what color it
cans.
was. Go ahead.
It really doesn't. But they were sitting. It was sitting outside and was not locked up. So we come home and there are just
Why do
fucking
you have
cans
to?
all.
Why do you have to lock up a black bag?
Yeah, thanks, Molly. But so, what does that mean? An animal got in there?
No, I think it was just the wind. But there were cans literally in our yard, the neighbor's yard, in the street.
Why don't you guys take care of your own cans? Why don't you like trade it in for monies? Why do you give it to a guy at work?
Because he trades it in for monies.
But you don't get that money then.
Well, no, we don't. We don't get the 12 cents
We're-
that we would
to me,
get for those cans.
to me, we're passing it along. You know what I mean?
Well, think how much beer he drinks. You could pay for this house 10 times over if you just collected 3-4 months worth of beer cans. No. Well, we'll see.
I mean, we could try, but no.
So
Yeah,
what-
they
what-
get stinky and they take up too much room. And
Blake told me the type of
It is very
new
stinky.
genre of porn that he would like.
Oh, really? Did
Yeah.
he tell you? I'd like to know what he said.
Should I say it or not?
Joe, go ahead.
You ever hear the phrase "bobby sock"?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've heard Bobby socks. I wore them when I was 4. So wrong.
Hey,
So wrong.
you know
And
what?
punching a girl while you're fucking her is not wrong. With punching a girl with big titties is
Socking her
not-
in the bread basket?
Yeah, that's not wrong. But telling her to put
You know
on
what? I am not
tell her
going.
to put on a certain kind of socks. That's a fucking evil.
Well, what about you then? What would yours be? What kind of genre would you create, Molly?
This is the time where you wink at me. Come on. There you go. What?
what would be the genre that you would want to see created? Something that you're watching and you're like, why is it never like this? Why is the sex I'm seeing never this way?
Nathan Fillion porn.
No, I don't
Deep,
want.
have you heard of deep fakes?
No, you know what I want to see? I want to see Big Boob sitting on the bed.
That's her name.
A guy walking in, not saying a fucking word. There ain't no goddamn reason anybody needs to talk. Except when we're having sex, by the way, it's fun to talk. But if I'm going to watch porn, there is no reason I need to hear what the hell's going on in that bedroom.
Right.
Unless you're moaning. I want to hear the moaning. But I don't want to hear you talking and I don't want to hear it. Just fucking have
You don't
sex.
want to hear dirty talk. You don't like dirty
I don't want dirty talk. I don't want to be like, hey, what'd you have for dinner? I don't want to hear any of that. I just want to see it.
Enough of the bullshit stories.
spaghetti bake.
Yeah.
I don't need anything about
We don't need plot.
Correct.
So
No
okay,
plot.
so big boobs sitting on the bed, and a guy walks in. Is it just he starts sex right away, or does he come in and like do a drop kick on her? Does he have a baseball bat? Does he come in with a
No, just him.
mask?
No mask. Just him. It's fine.
okay? Not even like a ventilator mask or a COVID N95 mask.
No, it needs to be back in the fun times.
Big boobs though.
Big-
Where are you at on areola size?
It doesn't matter. Big boobs and big butts. But a nice big butt. Can't be like flabby big butt. It has to be a nice big butt.
You guys ever watch that show, My 600-Pound Life?
Nope.
No.
That is upsetting.
I bet.
Yes.
I saw a lady. Should I tell you something awful from that?
Sure.
No.
No? Okay, I won't tell you. Let's see. 2003. It's not 2003 now by my calculation. Is that correct to say?
Yeah, it's 2020.
Right. How old were you in 2003, Molly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 14, 15,
I don't have any idea.
Well, I was 22, I'll tell you that much.
I was 28, duh. That's
How old,
obvious.
and I was, 28?
Yeah,
28 in 3 months.
Let's go back to 2003. In our minds. And to do so, we'll talk about things that happened that year so we can properly digest the Nathan Fillion program known as Alligator Point.
Right, because not alligator porn. We can't judge this pilot based on today's standards because there's a lot of things that we have today that we didn't have in 2003. Okay?
Are you about to read from something?
No.
Do you have pre-written notes about the things?
No, I was just making sure I had the year right.
Okay.
Gee.
No, he's
Chris.
got something written down there.
No, I don't. This is all off the cuff. First of all,
We didn't have cuffs back then.
we didn't have cuffs. We didn't have big boob porn. We
Not
didn't.
readily available anyway.
It was all small naturals.
A la natural.
I'm sure there were boob jobs in 2003.
We didn't have things like podcasts. We didn't have
Right.
T-shirt printers.
No.
And we definitely didn't have Band-Aids.
No.
So how can we judge a show by today's standards? We can't. That's why we're going back there in our minds.
True.
2003.
Very true. 2003, May 23rd of that year, Dewey, the first deer cloned by scientists at Texas A&M University, is born.
How many years did it have?
How many years?
Yeah.
I think everything was correct on
Oh,
that.
really? That was okay.
Also that year, they cloned the first horse.
Really?
What? I feel like I hear about these things, but I never hear about the follow up. Do they just live the rest of their lives?
Or do they just live for like a week and then die?
Yeah, or they live their life in a laboratory where they're examined every day.
Do they just watch black and white porn from their horse stall?
Big utter porn. Molly, what do you think about clones? Would you like a clone of yourself?
No,
Why not?
because I just don't think that it would be a smart idea.
Couldn't you say, hey, Molly, to go to work and I'll stay home today and then I will go in tomorrow?
No, just no.
No?
Gonna have to just stick with a hard no.
Hold on. What if Blake was cloned? Would you like that?
I'm gonna have to go with hard no there also.
A hard no on that one. Blake, do you want to be cloned?
No.
What if they cloned you and like put you in an iron lung, and then like they could harvest Blake 2's organs as you needed them replaced?
Oh, and then as
Liver.
as one goes bad,
liver,
paging liver paging.
paging Blake 2 liver.
Well, I mean, yeah, if Molly 2 wasn't out wandering around, I'd be all right with that. If Molly 2 was sitting there waiting for me to croak and giving me a new lung or whatever I needed, then yeah, that'd be great.
Wouldn't you be friends though? Wouldn't you be friends with your clone?
No, because she's just a harvested body.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well, no,
just,
she has a personality.
no, she
She's got
doesn't.
your-
She's
she-
just in the iron
they
lung, just laying there.
They clone
until,
your personality too.
But
I
we
mean,
don't need to talk to them.
They would.
No, we're not going to talk to them.
Blake 2 would be in the iron lung, but his head would be sticking out. He'd still be telling great jokes.
No,
Would you
we'll
want-
we don't need his head, really, do we?
I mean, everything would be cloned. The whole thing,
We
the whole
just
kit and
chop
caboodle.
the head off. We don't need the head.
Would you want to be friends with your clone?
Yeah, why not? Somebody would understand me.
Would he have all the like same memories and experiences that you do?
I think his his way of processing things would be the same.
Like everything that happened to the clone, like happened to you, would have happened to the clone in its head.
Yeah, and then like how I would say, hey, Blake 2, this is what happened to me today.
Yeah.
This is the situation that happened. This is how I dealt with it. And he'd be like, I have to do the same thing. I do the same thing.
But
Okay.
he would already know because he experienced it too.
But
It's
not
not from
since-
the future.
Yeah, but since he was born, they would they have two different
But he'd have
experiences
the
going
same
forward.
memories.
Yeah, but not Blake 1 when he goes out into the world, his new memories that he's making after Blake 2 has existed don't translate to
Right.
Blake 2. At that point they have two separate lives. But you're saying you would use your clone as validation for all of your decisions.
Yes.
But if
Thank you
Blake-
for bring that up to surface.
But if Blake 2 doesn't have all your memories
Mm-hmm.
from all your other previous mistakes, maybe Blake 2 had made correct decisions in his life up until
no,
medium.
I don't think you understand how clones work.
I don't think you do either.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. Okay, let me ask you this: would you have sex with your own clone, or was that masturbation, or was it homosexuality?
Let's just go with no.
That's masturbation.
Okay,
that's
but-
not homosexuality. If you're having sex
If you're
with
jerking off your clone,
that's you're jerking yourself off.
I knew Blake's answer before you. I was curious about your answer, Molly. I knew what Blake's answer.
Well,
might
he
be.
wasn't gonna answer. She wasn't gonna answer it, so I had to fill time. And I know what Blake 2 likes. Blake 2 does like to talk.
Oh shit! Big boob. Here's a few other things. Maybe you guys tell me about this. The top 5 songs of 2003. Ready for this?
Yep.
50 Cent. Which one of 50 Cent songs do you think was it was the number 1 song of the year?
Yeah. It's your birthday.
Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 bum,
Go
bum.
shorty. It's your birthday. Drink Bacardi like it's your birthday.
In the club.
Yep.
You can find
Bouncing
me in the club.
Bouncing in the club, so come give me a hug.
I got a pocket full of drugs,
I'm into having sex. I ain't into making love.
so come give me a hug.
Yep. Big boobs on all.
You think you'd get stopped at the door if you had a pocket entirely full of drugs?
I would think so.
How? What? Why do you find big boob porn attractive?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm envious.
I see.
You wish yourself you had bigger boobs.
Yes.
Don't you see them as cumbersome though?
Nope.
You're talking about back problems down the line. Sooner or later, your nipples are going to be touching your kneecaps.
Yeah, it's bad on your ankles.
I don't want like the great big huge monstrous ones. I would just rather prefer larger ones.
Okay.
If you could pick a size right now.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you had
yeah.
a blank check and you could pick a size to go get. What?
A very
I like that. If it's like a wish scenario, and she can't just wish to have the boobs. She has to wish to get a check to go buy the boobs.
That's the way I roll. Because then she'd be
Complicated.
spoiled if I just let her get the boobs.
It wouldn't even be a check. It'd be a gift certificate, only redeemable for the exact amount of boob that you want.
It would be a gift card.
Yeah.
Like a debit card.
That's right.
Okay, what would the size be?
I'm going to go with a large C.
Large C.
What's your favorite?
What?
Oh, I know his. His is A minor. He loves minors.
Only if they were
Ew.
Bobby socks.
He wants Bobby sock boob porn.
I don't even
It's
know
hard
what
to
say
find.
about that.
It's hard to find Bobby sock porn. You get a lot of stupid stuff. It's not real porn. Kids playing at a playground.
Oh, yeah, we can stop probably.
Have you Googled Bobby sock porn?
Yes, I have. I have.
He's doing it now.
But no, I've already done it.
Here's another one.
Really?
R. Kelly had a song number 2 that year.
That's the love the what's the religious song?
I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I think that was from like the 90s. This one's called Ignition.
Oh yeah,
The remix. This is remixed to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't know about R. Kelly. He speaking of minors, loved to pee on people, right?
Yeah.
I've never been that guy.
Nah.
No.
Do I have to pee sometimes? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. These are my favorite shows, by the way.
There are even better shows when we're arguing before it starts.
When did you pee on Molly?
I never peed on Molly.
Bullshit. You're so full of shit.
It wasn't sexual.
It wasn't sexual.
It was an angry piss.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I was like,
angry
you got
either.
big boobs, and I just peed on her. Like, ah. No, she was going to the bathroom, and I had to go real bad. We both probably had too much to drink, so I peed. My aim was bad.
So she was sitting
And
on
it-
the toilet, her legs akimbo, and you in the little
Matumbo?
her legs are akimbo mutumbo, and you tried to pee in the little area from her front area into the no
Yeah.
way.
And
You-
it's
he
I-
peed
well,
on you.
The thing I forgot was to tell her to close her mouth.
Oh, it was nowhere near my mouth.
I was gonna say that she got stung around the face or the mouth by a jellyfish, but your story is better.
Just upstairs in the bathroom.
Wow.
Does Eli still listen to the show?
No.
Wow, both drunk. I can't imagine that ever being a good idea.
Actually, I don't think we were both.
No, I don't think we were drunk. I was just trying to
I got
save
to pee
us.
so bad because surely I know you have a bathtub near all of your toilets.
Yeah.
Why don't you just pee in the bathtub?
I also have a bathroom downstairs, which is what she said before I said spread them.
So you had a number.
Actually, to be honest, it was my idea.
You had a number of options. You told them this is something you wanted.
No, and not that I wanted to, but
She's like, this is as rough as it's going to get.
This is exactly as sexual as I wanted this episode to be. Holy moly. You told him to do it.
well, I didn't think he was going to pee on me. I said, you can do this.
And I thought that was like, you can pee on me anywhere.
She was trying to beef up your self-esteem.
She didn't say, you can do this. You can pee in that hole that's available.
Wow.
Nope. She just...
I think it did. Okay.
Jesus. I love Molly's improv style.
It's pretty good.
It's hey, just say yes and. Nope. Don't think that's how it happened.
There's a couple other songs.
What was the number one?
In the club.
Oh, when the club was one.
Yeah, that was number one.
Is there any one that's not a R&B or rap song?
Well, okay, there's
Shania
Get Busy by Sean Paul, which is R&B. Crazy in Love by Beyonce featuring her betrothed Jay-Z, also R&B. This is the only one in the top 5 that was not, and I can't recall the song.
Celine Dion.
Well, let's see if you can tell me the artist, either of you. The song is called When I'm Gone. You know that one?
When I'm gone.
It's not R&B. I won't tell you the genre unless you want a hint, and I'm not going to tell you the artist because that's what you're guessing. Any guesses?
Is it the band that sang Brick?
No.
She's a brick
No, that's Ben
house.
Folds.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's not him.
What about the 5? Was it?
That was him solo. That was without the 5. Oddly enough, Ben Folds 5, only 3 members in that group.
I don't know who. What?
Do you have any guesses, Molly? Mm-mm. 3 Doors Down.
Oh.
I don't know that song. I never liked 3 Doors Down.
I think I saw them live. Mm-hmm. I think.
Oh, at the Heart of Illinois Fair?
Yeah, I think so.
They were here. They were here right when they were starting to hit big.
Right.
They came to this podunk, shitty little dust floor.
And I also
venue.
saw a puddle of mud there.
Oh God.
And that's after they had already had their run, and the lead singer was already like off his rocker. You know.
I saw Sponge. You remember Sponge?
Yeah.
I saw them at the Heart of Illinois Fair. That guy looked like he had just woken up from a heroin bender, and that was a great concert too because the guitar player, you were 5 feet from him. They were right the fuck there, and he was hitting on women while he was performing.
Nice.
It was awesome. It was like that's exactly what you want out of a rock star.
Right. Yeah. He's like, I'm in Peoria, Illinois. I'm gonna get laid tonight. I just have to pick which one it is.
I'm gonna fuck some skinks.
Have you ever
know?
had sex with a musician?
Not even a musician. Have you had sex with a famous person?
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
That's something I seriously wonder about sometimes, Blake, is women, rock stars and famous people sleep with a lot of ladies.
Right.
So there's probably women out there that we know that have slept with someone famous.
Oh, I've slept with somebody famous. I mean, they were in Playboy. Does that count?
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably should have said that. Molly, let me ask you this. Have you slept with anyone that's famous?
Yeah, a couple guys.
At the same time?
Cheap trick 8 months ago. These guys are 64.
The band Rat was in town.
Yeah, no, I'm going to have to go with a no.
But that's a serious question. So you've never slept with someone famous. Do you know someone who has?
Apparently my husband.
That does count, I guess. Was she a playmate of the month?
I think she was just in the she had a spread of some kind in there. Literally.
Yeah, she did.
Did you know about that, Molly?
Nope.
I showed you a picture of her the other day
Okay.
on Instagram.
So he follows her on Instagram.
We'll put that in the show notes.
Well, she doesn't do it for. I mean, now she's an interior decorator. I mean, that
She's 44 and still posing nude all the time?
no, she's an interior decorator.
This is the girl in Seattle?
Oh, Vegas.
Vegas, okay. I mean, I don't know. Shit, sorry, brother. And with that, we're safely and securely back in 2003. Molly, do you know why we chose to watch Alligator Point?
No, why?
You really don't have.
There's 3 reasons.
There's 3 reasons why we watched it. Can
You know what they
guess?
are?
Oh, well, because they only had the one episode.
That's one of them.
Yeah. and it's free. You can get it on YouTube. And the other one was
You got 2 on 1.
Huh?
You did 2 on 1.
Oh, it's free and okay.
Good job. That's really good.
Thanks.
I'm really impressed. I didn't think
Most
you
of
had
the people
it in
that listen to the show can't do that. So
Awesome!
you don't listen to the show, and you still got it.
You can find the entire episode of Alligator Point by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube. Molly?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
Molly? Go to YouTube.
And you know what to do, Tube.
Oh. You know
Oh,
that.
sorry. You know what to do, Tube.
You know I invented that phrase, right?
Yeah.
It's the phrase that pays.
Yeah, gotcha.
Summary of the Pilot, a comedy series about an eclectic group of people who frequent a restaurant set in Alligator Point, Florida. Thoughts?
Well, I normally grade the summaries. And
You're notoriously do.
yeah, and I'm going to give that a B+. I mean,
Okay.
it was fairly short. It kind of got to the point for sure.
At the Alligator Point.
Yeah, it didn't mention anything about NASCAR drivers, which is good.
Stock car racing.
You said NASCAR. Wow.
What's
Was he just stock car?
What's NASCAR? First of all, Molly, what do you grade that summary?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10 or an ABC or what?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was to the point and made me interested, so I'm going to give it an A.
An A. Great. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What does NASCAR stand for?
National Aerobics, Scaling
Right.
Canadian
Area.
Area
Reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance.
Yeah, that's right. Interesting facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Interesting Facts. This is the part of the show where Jason scours the internet and gets bloody knuckles to find out facts that you may not know about this show. What we ask is that you do not discuss your opinion of this show or these facts with anyone else. Don't taint someone's experience and give them your opinions of these facts. They're facts. That's where they are going to be. Proceed.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
What are you shaking your head at?
She doesn't understand any of the stuff that's going on.
This
Oh,
is
no, these are the things that you're going to say, and then we're not supposed to disagree with you because you get really pissed off.
well, my doctor says I have an anger issue.
I've heard that.
What kind of doctor?
I need to go see them.
You need to
Gynecologist.
You need to go see his doctor.
She needs to see my
If he's
gynecologist.
going to an angry doctor, I do.
You need to go to an angry doctor. So you're admitting that you have anger issues.
Oh, I know I have anger
Okay.
issues.
Okay.
Where do they
42 minutes and 37 seconds.
where do they come from? Your anger issues.
Blake.
No. That's. You know what? You can go ahead and take the easy way out. You can get the low hanging fruit if you
no,
want.
to be honest,
let's get deep.
Where the anger issues are coming from right now is the fact that I am not working a second job. Therefore, I am home all of the fucking
With
time.
Blake.
No, I am used to getting up in the morning, going to work, coming home, and going to work, and then coming home. I'm used to a routine where Eli goes to school, and I feel like I am suffocating. I need to be able to leave and go.
Yeah. Well, they do say 30 days do a new habit make, and we're like 2 months into this fucking shit. So you don't feel like you've developed new habits.
No.
You pine for yesteryear.
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss my second job. I just miss being able to just go. I miss
And not
being
be at
able,
home. You miss
No.
not being at home.
No, I like being at home. That is one thing that I think I've done really fucking well is be at home and deal with things. But I like being at home. I also like having the option of not being at home. And that's the problem. I do not have the option of just being like, hey,
Yeah.
let's go do this.
So you got your 9 to
now
5
it's
job, 4 or 5 days a week. You don't have your part-time job. Say you had free time to go where you wanted to go, not your other job. Where would you go?
I'd go bowling. I would go to do a paint night. I would go shopping. I would go
To the moose.
I would just go do things.
Yeah.
And that's hard right now.
This is, I think, our fourth, maybe fifth recording session since the onset of the quarantine. The last one we did right before it started, like a day or two before it started. We did that the Real Potheads of North Hollywood with Kevin and Dustin.
It was the Monday after it started because it started on a Sunday. The 15th was my birthday.
Well, I think
it was the day after we recorded.
I think it was like Monday the 13th, and then like Tuesday was St. Patrick's Day or something. And then that was the day where like everything kind of started. Where it's like people either went out for the last time that day or they cut everything off.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You're doing fine. You're doing fine.
You're doing great.
Keep up.
Don't be. Actually, this is true. If you go back and listen to the episodes, which I know you won't, Blake has said that him being forced to spend so much time with you, you guys have gotten along better than ever.
Until recent.
That is genuinely what he has said to me.
Until Mother's Day. Yeah.
Well,
No, it started before Mother's Day.
Did you drop the boner on Mother's Day?
Oh, I went like that.
Yeah.
What do you mean it started before Mother's Day?
No, what I'm saying is I have been since it started on this show and it's recorded and you weren't around to be,
Negative Nancy
to Negative Nancy or to hear it. But I did say numerous times that we were getting along very well.
He did say it.
And then...
Can you take your headphones off, Blake, for just a second?
Sure, I want to hear this shit.
Molly, in the event that you guys do get a divorce, people have to pick sides.
Yeah, I understand.
Can I come with you? Would you do this? Would you do this podcast with me?
Of course, I'm gonna have to have something to do. I'd love to do it with you. Yeah.
See, this is you guys are forced to be in, but
We're
but Blake is, even while he's forced to be in, he does this socially. This could be something that you and I do together, platonically, of course.
Of course, yes.
Because I have him in a relationship.
Got it. I
And
understand.
even though you and Blake would be broken up, you and I could do this show together.
Yeah, sure.
You would be my co-captain.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Okay.
I would love to.
All right. Because it looks like things are going that way.
Well, I didn't really want to say something, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you.
I
All right,
appreciate
Blake. I'm
it.
sorry, Blake. Go ahead and. I was asking her how to make a wicker basket.
Out of whiskers.
He has to measure his balls.
Yeah.
Is that a prerequisite just for making any kind of wicker basket?
Yep.
Is you have to measure your balls.
Start with the balls, work outward. I got a micrometer. We're ready to go.
Yep.
Interesting facts. Aired on NBC in the year of our Lord 2003. The Peacock fact.
I want to see your peacock, cock, cock, your peacock, cock, cock. My mom's favorite song. That and Mambo number 5.
This is a second attempt.
Ooh.
No, I'm sorry. Not this isn't, but a second attempt to get this show off the ground was made 6 years later in 2009 for the Lifetime channel. This time, Sybil Shepherd and Robin Lively, Blake Lively's sister, were cast, and Kelsey Grammer, who is a producer for this one, directed. Fact. Stars Jamie Presley. You may know her from My Name is Earl, I Love You, Man, and Joe Dirt.
Okay.
You guys ever see that fucking shit?
So she's probably talked to Greg Garcia before.
Oh, for sure.
Many times, probably.
Oh, my God, yeah.
They probably were in the same room doing reads.
100%. Absolutely.
What are your feelings about Greg Garcia, Molly?
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
He made this show right here. It's called The Guest Book. It got canceled, but we love it.
I liked My Name is Earl.
Do you see that? He signed that and sent it to us. I won a contest.
Can you read it?
Blood Fart Hobo Camp.
And you're going to want to high five that shit. Also stars Academy Award winner, Jim Rash. You may know him from Community, The Descendants, and The Way, Way Back.
Was that the preacher?
It was the preacher. Ah! Very good. Fact. Finally, stars two-ton mega hunk Nathan Fillion. You may know him from Firefly, Castle, or being wanted in all 50 of these United States for stealing hearts, including our very own Stewardess Mollz.
Aww.
Yeah. He was also in The Rookie. currently in the rookie.
Yeah. Well, he's the police have been ordered to shoot him on sight.
He's also done a numerous voiceovers for video games.
Oh, such as? No, that's okay. You don't know off the top of your head?
No, I'm sure Call of Duty is one of them, but I'll find out. Go ahead.
Isn't it weird that the word duty and duty are so similar?
Kind of.
Call of Duty. That does remind. Do you ever moan while you're? I don't want to direct this towards you, Molly. Blake, do you ever moan when you were doing a number 2?
Oh, always.
Do you call it the Call of Duty?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't take me that long to say Call of Duty.
You
know
fire
what I mean?
it out pretty quick. I live alone, so if I'm really,
I live alone.
If I'm in the bathroom,
oh, with nobody else.
a number 2, I sometimes I will just scream because there's no one around to hear. It's like I'm in the woods with a tree falling.
So you really didn't shit then?
That was good. Destiny was one of the games.
That's a big game by Bungie, who created Halo.
Yeah.
I'm fucking smart.
Apparently, Jesus Christ.
I am fucking smart.
You have a ton of useless information.
Well.
in that
She was.
noggin.
His voice was a monstrous inmate in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, it's a MCU Marvel film to cinema.
Voiceover on Robot Chicken. The Carell Show.
That's
Halo 5. That's what it is. Halo 5.
Did you say the Carell Show?
The Kroll Show.
Oh, do you ever watch that?
I used to.
It's pretty. I started watching it on Pluto TV. It's pretty fucking funny.
It's pretty funny.
He's good.
He's been on Drunk History. Did we watch that? We watched the
Yes.
episode? Yeah.
He's very good.
He's been in a lot of things.
Molly, do you go through Nathan Fillion's IMDb? What does that stand for? IMDb.
Inappropriate, mature dick
Booties.
booties.
Do you go through his immature dick booty page and see all of his credits and like watch them all? Do you go out of your way to see all this stuff?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because right now I'm satisfied with the rookie.
Interesting facts over.
Good job, honey. You did. I was worried about that one.
Twitter responses.
I do follow his Instagram account though.
Why wouldn't you?
And do you know what he does?
I'm gonna guess. A lot of like little like he's got a lot of pictures with him and little puppies.
Well, no, but he did just take a vacation. But that's besides the point. Sometimes what he does.
He's supposed to be quarantined!
No, this was before all this all happened.
So you can't say he just went on vacation before.
I'm trying to ignore the last 2 months of my life, so technically he just got back from a vacation. But he will take stuff like that of his own, like an autographed T-shirt or something like that, and then he will hide it in the in the bush or something like that, and then take a picture of the bush and put it on his Instagram account, and then you're supposed to go find it.
So he thinks so much of himself that he thinks that people will find this as a treasure.
Yes.
It's a geocache. You used to geocache a long time ago,
Right, but this is like a famous
I'm
person.
sorry, if Mandy Rose was putting her underwear in a bush, you'd go find it.
And sniff it out.
What,
I bet it smells wonderful.
Does he give like clues about where it is?
Blues
I
Clues.
think...
I'm so excited. That's what your next live should be about. When I went Blues Clues, you should be like, I'm so excited.
Blake loves children's cartoons like Rugrats and Blue's Clues, even though he was well into his 20s when those things existed.
Well, he was watching them with his kids.
Here's the mail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail mail. Magenta's coming over. Magenta's coming over.
Hold on a second. Dog police.
Jesus Christ.
You don't know! You don't know!
So, first you get the mail. You get the handy notebook. You get your notebook.
You find a note. Wait. You find the first clue. Put it in a notebook. Then what do you do?
Yeah.
Blues Clues. Blues Clues.
Yeah.
You find a paw print. That's the thing. You find a paw print. That's the first clue. You put it in a notebook. And then what do you do? The paw print was the first thing.
I don't care. Did you sing Twitter responses already?
No, I didn't. I was interrupted right before I started.
Sing it immediately.
Twitter responses. Oh, wait. Let me do it as Nathan Fillion in Alligator porn.
Point.
Right. Twitter responses. Twitter responses. I wonder if Jason got some Twitter responses.
What we do here at the Couch Pilots program is we contact all the writers, the directors, the producers, the creators, and the actors for any given pilot, and we say, hello.
Oh my God, did you get Nathan Fillion?
Greetings from the Couch Pilots podcast. We talk about TV shows that had only one episode. Next up for us is Alligator Porn. We're excited to watch it, and we're wondering if you had any fun or interesting info you want to share. Thanks. Hope to hear from you. First up is the star of the program, Nathan Fillion. He says, is Molly going to be on this episode? If so...
Don't yank my chain! Did you hear from him?
No, we didn't. We didn't hear from him. I reached out to him. We didn't hear from him, sorry.
Oh.
We heard back from Anne Flett Giordano. That this is she's not a star of the show. She was one of the writers of the program.
Sure.
And she says, I love doing it. I met Jamie Presley and work with her now on Mom, which I believe is a CBS program. And I worked with Nathan F. on Desperate Housewives. Many reasons pilots don't get picked up. The fun is trying. Yeah. This is clearly someone who did not want to continue the conversation. And
but she gave the effort.
Yeah, that's fine. I do appreciate a couple sentences. So I said, sounds like a good experience. Thanks for responding. And continued success to you. So this lady is a veteran, a consummate professional, as it was, on modern sitcoms.
Cool.
So she's a writer. She wrote for this show. She continues to write to this day.
She wrote for Couch Pilots?
Oh,
you said this show.
Well, I meant Alligator Porn, of course. Okay. So thank you, Anne, for responding. We appreciate it very much. Now, we will put 10 minutes on the clock, and we will break down...
Molly, you got your notes?
I didn't take them.
Well, what about your mind? Have you searched your mind for notes?
Oh, yeah, I got them all right here.
10 minutes on the clock, and we're going to talk about the entire pilot of Alligator Point. Blake, do you want to start us off?
Sure. The name of this episode is called Dying to Meet You, and it's the first episode. The first scene, all the characters are on a boat, and the preacher is giving the last will and testament to, we find out, Waylon. It's Waylon's funeral.
Yes, correct.
And there's a lot of Southern accents. We don't know where Alligator Point is at this time, but there's a lot of Southern accents.
I'm going to hit pause. Did either of you look up not only if Alligator Point was a real place or where it was?
No.
No? I did, and it is.
Really?
It's a real place. It's on the Panhandle portion. Like if this is Florida, right, in the Panhandle, it's over here, and it's kind of like it comes down like a big sandbar almost.
Huh.
It's a tiny little area, but it is very real.
Was it Nantucket on a sandbar?
It is a tiny island,
Yeah.
not unlike a sandbar, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
How close is it to Gulf Shores?
I don't have an answer for that. I apologize. You're in Gulf Shores, right? Didn't we have her on the phone here when she was in Gulf Shores?
Yeah, she was on the beach in the wind, and we were FaceTiming
That was wonderful. That was a great episode as well. But Alligator Point is a real place. The way they talk and everything, I thought it would be more like
Louisiana.
Yes,
I thought the whole time I thought it was in Louisiana. If you're eating gumbo, I'm thinking you're eating gumbo in Louisiana. If there's a black man as the cook,
Yes.
you're in Louisiana.
I so much thought that it was like Louisiana, New Orleans, that I looked the distance between Alligator Point and New Orleans, about 200 miles.
Huh.
Anyway, that is a real place, and that's where they were on pause.
Okay. They dump him in the river.
The dead body of Waylon.
Before that, they crack open beers, and the girl from My Name is Earl starts singing Amazing Grace, and
Her name is Gina.
Yeah, Gina Presley. There's a fish on the line, so they all somebody put a rod.
Someone's
out.
trying to take advantage of them being out in the sea.
Right. And that's when we hear the title song and all the characters.
It was a pretty good title, right? They had a lot of shots of like fishing and then like all the individual characters. Like it was a pretty well fleshed out intro.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Molly, what happened next?
They came back from the funeral, and she had to open up the restaurant.
She is May.
May.
That's Waylon's betrothed
Wife, yes.
Correct.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, her real life name is a weird name.
It's Park Overall, and
Yeah.
she was on Empty Nest, among other things.
Yeah, we talked
I
about
do
that.
like
We
her.
talked
I
about
like
that
her a lot.
yesterday.
I tweeted her. She actually ran for Senate in her home state, which I can imagine is a southern state. But she actually was someone who was been an actress and then tried to get into the political game at one point.
Interesting fact.
Yes. So they're at an oyster bar, and then Bill, which is Nathan Fillion, and Gina used to be married, and May, who buried her husband that day, it's Gina's dad. May talks to Joel and Jim, and Joel is Joel McCreary. He's the guy with the oxygen tank.
Yeah, Tank.
But that's the actor's name because I didn't know his name
Yeah,
at this
Tank.
point. But his name was Tank.
Yeah, his Tank. The guy that had air is Tank.
And then Jim Rash, I think they just call him Preacher, right?
Yeah, they just say preacher.
And she's talking about nagging Waylon to death.
Right, and she's like, I was nagging on him all the time, and she made, I don't remember the setup line, but the punchline was, but I was good to him sexually. She was
Yeah.
like, no,
Would you say that to your pastor, Molly, that you were good to your husband sexually?
No, I would probably leave that out.
Bill, again, is Nathan Fillion. How's 1 to 10? How good is Nathan Fillion looking? This is a young, strapping Fillion.
he's
I'm
muscular.
Yeah, I'm going with a 10.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Really, you
that's
think he's a
exactly right.
10?
Yeah, he's on my list.
This is on the scale of Nathan Fillion within his life, how he looks, not against all other men, just himself.
Oh, okay.
So they're at an oyster bar, and Bill and Gina used to be married, right?
Right.
And now Bill he's a deep sea charter fisherman, which
Right.
I think which means he takes people out to do that. Is that what that means?
And Waylon and him were half and half partners on the Happy
fishing
Hooker.
boat. Yeah, the Happy Hooker boat.
Happy Hooker.
Do you guys do you think all hookers are happy?
I would hope so. You'd have to be happy to do that, John.
I would hope not. It would take away from a lot of my fantasies if they were happy.
Really?
I want her to be in tears.
To me, it sounds like both of your fantasies align.
And that's crazy. Why would you not want to be having sex with somebody that's enjoying it?
Oh, I didn't say she wasn't enjoying it. I just want her to be very
Struggle.
just emotionally struggling to get through the day.
The day,
You are a
not even
horrible
the
person.
experience.
No, it's not the. No. You guys are missing the point.
Okay.
I don't want her to
The
be
alligator point?
I don't want her to be upset about the sex. I just
Right.
want her to be upset about just
Life
life in general.
in general?
You want your sexual partner to be downtrodden.
No, I don't want my
You
sexual
want your
partner. I want my
sexual-
hooker. I want
you
my
want
hooker.
Your sexual partner
want
to
my
be
hooker.
upset all the time.
Just as hookers.
Just the hooker.
He likes his hookers downtrodden
well, that
and
explains
forlorn.
a lot. I'm glad we had this conversation.
Hope you don't cry in bed tonight. I'm gonna fuck the hell out of you.
So Bill is in there and he approaches Emma. She's a lady who's like, she comes to the oyster bar by herself and sits at a table right in the middle of the whole set. And Bill tries to hit on her, but she swats him away.
Right.
He could do so much better. I don't like her.
I think she's pretty.
Yeah, I think she's pretty. Yeah, the chef comes out. He's a big black dude, and he wants to give Emma some gumbo.
Yeah.
Stew.
He did. Don't ever call my gumbo stew.
The chef and Bill are the first two in a line of maybe 30 different people that come out and bother this poor lady while she's trying to
Right.
have a fucking snack and read a novel.
That's when we find out that Bill was at one time a race car driver.
Yeah.
What's his ex-wife's name again?
Gina.
Gina is makes a bet with him. She's like, now that I own my dad's half of the boat,
Yeah.
I want to change the name of it to Here Fishy or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, no way. She's like, well, I bet you can't get her to go on a date with you. So then that's what it
If
starts.
he can get a date with her, he can keep the name Happy Hooker.
Right. And this is when Tank comes and he bugs her for the first time.
Yeah.
I got two quick things about Tank. First of all, he's got emphysema, the big E. And this is one of my favorite parts of the show.
Love Big E.
Is where I love Big E. Is where he explains. She says, you're on oxygen, you have emphysema. Why don't you quit smoking? And he explains to her that he's like, I had this job I went to every day, and I made $30,000 a year. He goes,
He made $18,000 a year as
yeah.
a fisherman.
Yeah, and then he goes, I made $600,000 from smoking cigarettes.
That his logic was, I got to keep smoking.
Right,
It is ridiculous.
And then that's when he says, "Hey, preacher, come on over." And this is where he goes, "This is the preacher. He's a homo."
In 2003, you can say homo on television.
Sure.
What do you think about that?
It's craziness.
Would you ever say homo, Molly?
Yeah.
Would you say it right now?
Yeah.
Call Blake a homo.
You're a homo.
I'm a Homo sapien.
That's exactly right. Yeah, they call Jim Rash a homo, which in real life he is a homosexual. He's the homosexual.
Is he a homosexual?
Yeah, Jim Rash is for sure. I love him.
Well, that's fine.
I love him on Community. He's the greatest.
Yeah,
Jim Rash is, and he co-wrote with Nat Faxon The Descendants. It was a film with George Clooney in which he won an Oscar. Jim Rash won an Oscar for writing that film.
Can we do a sidebar real quick?
I would love to do a sidebar.
Have you watched Hollywood on Netflix?
No. What is that? Never heard of it.
It's a show about old
The
time
50s,
the
60s.
50s Hollywood.
Never heard of
It's gay men everywhere. It's the Hollywood scene. And
I'm
how
in.
gay men
Stop
were,
right there, I'm
were
in.
portrayed and how they had to go through the way. Anyway, Jim Parsons, Big Bang guy Sheldon,
Yes.
is in it, and he is a gay man.
Sure.
Correct. Well, I loved him in this. He played a.
His boyfriend had big boobs, and he was just pounding the hell out of him.
No, it was just an amazing show, and he did such a good job. And it was, I just, he's telling men to drop their drawers, and he's going to suck their dicks. And
Parsons said that?
yes,
Blake, did she take your recommendation at the end of the show from you?
No, I haven't watched one episode. I walked in to get some cookies, while I got out of bed, working,
Right.
and she was watching it, and there was just this guy banging this other guy, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll let you continue watching what you're watching.
I will be honest, Molly. If the show revolves around a bunch of dudes,
no, there's women
funking
in it
each
too.
other?
Oh no, it's women also, but a major part part is.
well, what's it about? What's
basic-
the show about in general? It's just about homosexuality.
No,
So-
there was
in Hollywood?
a black trying to get a black woman screenwrite a movie created back in I don't even know what
the 50s.
the 50s.
So it's about old school Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
and minorities, whether it be people who are homosexual,
Jewish.
or have some sort of ethnicity that is not white,
correct.
trying to make it in Hollywood.
Yeah,
I'm not interested.
It's a great show. It's a great show.
Okay. It's
I
on
wish
Netflix?
you would have saved that sidebar for the end of the show. We could have each done our own.
Now I have to reset the clock for 10 minutes.
No, you don't. We're halfway through the episode.
All right, keep going.
But okay, so no. So then Emma doesn't know what NASCAR is, which is whatever. And we find out she has a husband. She's separated. She came out to Florida from New York, I think, or Chicago, because she was tired of him because he was cheating on her. May finds out. Well, May guesses, that she was cheated on and stuff. And they become good friends. The cut to Tank. He's out on the dock smoking, obviously, and Waylon's body comes floating back to the dock.
The first time they get rid of it, they tie some cement bricks to it, you can see. And then it apparently just didn't take, or it came loose and it drifted back to shore.
Right.
So they go back out and they try it again, right?
Right, and this time May is kind of happy because she gives kind of a better eulogy than she did prior to.
And they use the kitchen sink to keep him down.
Yes.
Because Bill knew how much that Waylon loved that kitchen sink or that sink.
Or
I gotta say,
the,
too-
the fish gutting sink. I think.
We are in an oyster bar the whole time. Is Bill's deep sea charter thing a separate counter inside the same building?
Yes, to me it is like I'll save it, but yes, it is. It's like the charter is like I've got a booth there. He probably provides the fresh, some of the fresh.
And because the
fish.
fish they
Yeah.
caught on the first funeral, the grouper, they were going to feed to the lady.
Yeah,
I thought that was
special.
just well timed, but you're right. It might be in tandem constantly. Apparently, the next day, Emma stops into the bar to say thank you and goodbye to May. She says, "You know what? I'm going to give my husband, whose name is Bernard, I'm going to give him another chance. Did he cheat on me? Sure, but this isn't for me. I got to go back to him."
And that I should be somewhat happy.
What's that? Oh, that she should be
That she should be. She should go. She should go back to him and try and be happy.
somewhat.
It
That's
doesn't
right.
matter if she's not completely happy, but she's happy somewhat or something like that. It's not full-fledged happiness. It's just as much as I can be, I guess. I'll just settle.
And then she's gonna go, but she ends up staying a little bit for some food. And then Bill sees her's like, "Oh yeah, there's that girl again. I'm gonna try." So he goes back over it, and she like swats him away again. And then they see like this old couple dancing, and it brings Emma to tears. Do you guys ever see old people like at the Moose together, and then Molly, you and Blake, and you're like, oh my god, that's.
I think
that could be us. I want
in
it to
public.
Be us.
We've seen like old people holding hands.
What do you guys give each other like a knowing glance after that? Like that's I like that. That could be us.
We've discussed it. We discussed it a couple times. How cute it is.
Yeah.
How does that go?
Aw.
Yep.
Look at us.
That poor guy. Couldn't shake her.
Well, she ends up. She breaks down to Bill.
Break down. Go ahead and be mad at me. Break down. It's almost over. Break down. You'll be dead before I'm done. Break down. You can yell at me tomorrow. Break down. She's laughing because it's true. Break down. Only one margarita down.
They're a lot more potent than normal margaritas.
She breaks down to Bill, and then Gina, his ex-wife, who's there too, she's jealous and getting angry because she sees him with another fella, or another lady rather. And then Emma goes, she says, I agree to go to a concert with you, Bill. And thus Bill wins the bet, and he keeps the boat's name, which is the Happy Hooker.
Right. Tank comes in and goes, hey, guys, it happened again.
Yeah.
So Waylon's body floats up again.
It leaves. You know what's funny too is after the second time he comes back, they all decide, yes, let's get up back on the boat and drag Waylon out to the sea and dropping it. They leave. It's middle of the day. Everyone who works at the restaurant vacates the restaurant, leaves everything wide open, and then the old couple's left there dancing. But like, you think he'd fucking lock it up or throw the body in the back until after hours?
Yeah.
Not the case at all.
And May's like, if he doesn't stay down this time, we're going to put him in the ground or something.
That's exactly right.
And the girl, the ex-wife, goes and gets his old jacket and walks out. Bill's old jacket.
She's carrying a torch for him, right?
Definitely.
Do you blame her?
Please remain seated.
She looks like
as
a
we are
turtle.
now crossing a zone of turbulence.
I think Jamie Presley's a very beautiful woman.
Really?
I think Nathan Fillion's a very handsome
Really?
man. But this is the problem, I think, with beautiful women and handsome men. Sometimes the offspring come out looking a little fucking weird.
The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
Do
The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
you guys ever
Ugly children. Ugly children.
you ever see what someone said, Brock Lesnar's children are ugly?
Oh my God! Brock Lesnar's daughter looks like she
horrible.
fell out of an ugly tree and got hit with every stick.
So sad.
But her mom was super hot. Her mom was Sable.
Well, maybe she'll grow into it.
That's a weird thing because those are two different generations of wrestling. You got Sable from like the mid to late 90s, and you've got Brock Lesnar from like the late aughts to current. No. Those are two different generations of wrestler. Why is Brock Lesnar fucking around with Sable?
You know what? I follow Brock Lesnar on Instagram. And it's amazing to see the man with clothes on and just being a normal person. He looks and acts like a completely normal person, but yet you put him in a WWE thingy and he's just crazy.
It's called acting.
Like playing a character.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Apparently,
it's called acting.
Well, I get that.
I want to use the R word here, but I stopped saying that this year.
I
stopped saying that this year. There's 2 years ago, I stopped saying two words.
Yep, Chinaman
and faggot. I don't say that anymore. I don't say those. I don't say Chinaman or faggot anymore. And then in 2020, I don't say retard anymore. I don't say it.
Right.
I don't say it at all anymore. Those are the three words I've buried it in the past. I don't say it.
These three words I don't say to you.
No, but you see Brock Lesnar on TV, and yes, I know he's playing a character. I get that part of it, but there's still a part that's kind of like...
What's his name?
Brock Lesnar?
What is it?
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Is he a good guy? I don't know him.
He seems to be. He seems with clothes on and a normal, not red.
But when he's nude,
you know who I like?
he's fucking big boob women really rough.
You know who my favorite guy is? I love John Cena.
Ugh.
No, funk that. That dude has done 255 trillion Make-A-Wishes.
Sure.
He's the to me, professional wrestling wise, I don't really care for him.
Right.
But as a human being,
you didn't specify before.
He's like the best fucking guy ever. John Cena is the best fucking guy ever.
You ever watched the Total Bellas?
You didn't watch Total Bellas.
No, I don't watch
not,
that shit.
He's
No,
not the
he's
best guy in the world.
obnoxious.
He is pretentious.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He
if
goes-
you have that fucking much money, then I guess you can be whatever you want to
He
be.
goes
but
and he helps and he hugs children that are passing away.
that's because he's an asshole every other day.
Who gives a fuck?
No, nobody.
Those
He's
things,
fine.
that what he's done for children that are dying, unbelievably outweighs
I'll
anything
give you
he's
that.
ever done.
I'll give you that.
He might be an asshole to like his friends and family. I don't care about that. I see what he does for people that are dying and request him to be there. He is there for them. That guy's fucking awesome.
Well, that's
I
important.
love John Cena.
It's important.
I can see him for who he really is. All right, pretty good.
Got it.
For someone who's not a wrestling fan, it's pretty good. All right, let's do some turbulence. Alligator Point is weird. In 2003, it came out. The 2009 version, I can't find it, so I don't know that we'll be watching that. But it does exist with like Sybil Shepherd
Sure.
and Robin Lively, Kelsey Grammer.
Robin Lively.
The lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Today we're here on Gator Point, one of Florida's finest pieces of real estate. We're here at the Skanky Clam.
I'm Robin Lively.
Is Nathan Fillion in it?
Oh, I wish he was. You remember when Nathan Fillion did Cribs?
No, I don't.
Not either. Molly, why didn't Alligator Point work?
I don't know, to be honest. I was very upset when it was over. I would have watched another couple episodes.
But here's the thing.
for sure.
Before I told you it existed and then subsequently sent you a link to it, you didn't even know it existed.
No, I did not.
But then I upset you by letting you know it didn't continue past episode 1.
I know, right? You're an asshole.
Well, it's neither here nor there, I suppose. What would you do to? So you don't see anything wrong with it. You watched it in its entirety, and you're like, "This is it. This is."
Yeah. No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was quite enjoyable, and it kept me wanting more.
I don't think it had enough homos in it. You look like your son.
No, Eli looks like me.
You
Thank
gave.
very
Well,
much.
no, I think he was first. No, you squinted. You look just like him. I'm kind of.
There's a lot of me
I
in
think
it.
I'm kind of aroused by your son now.
Great.
Uncle Jason wants you to come downstairs.
He can't ride a bike. What? Don't point at me. Are you crushing my head? Is that what you're doing?
I thought she was showing how big your dick was. I was like, whoa.
Oh, well, thank you. Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. I notoriously have a very tiny penis.
You know what I was about to say about tiny pieces?
Tiny underpants.
Great sense of humor.
I have the best sense of humor. Blake, did you see anything wrong with Alligator Point?
I had a couple problems.
Oh,
with it.
please.
Nathan's accent, it goes in and out this whole show.
In and out.
In and out.
In and out.
Big booby
In
punch.
and out.
In and out.
In and out.
Big booby punch. In and out. And you know, for me, like I said, he didn't do a very good job of maintaining his accent throughout this.
Right.
And I just, to be honest with you, I think they should have had somebody else besides Nathan Fillion playing this role of Bill. I don't think it was a good fit for him.
That's it.
Right.
Okay. There was you saw everyone on a boat, and then you saw everyone in this bar, and that was it. Those are the only two locations. And some might say there's not enough locations, but then you think about another show, a very successful show that it was located only in a bar. What was
Right.
that?
Well, that was Cheers.
That was Cheers,
Right.
and that's like the only fucking thing you ever saw in there.
Right.
That was like
you
90,
saw The Office, and once in a while you saw the back room.
once in a while, but everything else took place in this one fucking set. It's crazy, right?
Think about it.
Yeah, and that show that was on like for 10, 12 years, they probably did well over 200 episodes. And 95% of the time, maybe higher, you're in a fucking bar. So you can't fault them for that.
Right.
But just not enough homos. Sorry, I just want to say that again.
Jason, what were the parts of this pilot that you didn't like? What did you think it set it back? Turbulence.
I don't know that I've thought about it. I don't know if I have a good answer for you. it's.
I ask you every week.
I think diversity-wise, and I don't want to be that guy, but like diversity-wise,
There was a black guy and there was a homo.
there's one black guy.
I'm sure there was a Mexican that was out on the dock that just hadn't come into screen.
Hold
yet.
on, Molly's trying to get your attention. I think she wants a beer. Get the. Are you sitting on the next show too?
No.
Okay. God damn, there's a lot of fucking beers in there. I might have to have one of those too. I don't know. I just think the show wasn't very funny. I guess I think that's my problem with it. Like it was a sitcom, but it wasn't super funny. And I think it at one point they kind of handed it off and say, Gina, Emma, Bill, this is the show. But I think May had a lot to offer. In a future episode, I'm sure she would have been exploited more. But Park overall is a sitcom veteran that I think that could have been utilized not only more in the pilot, but if it went forward, more beyond that.
I want to say, before we go on to the next section,
Please.
Here's a little...
something to wet my whistle?
wanting to whistle. Mm-hmm. You talk about May and how well she did.
Love May.
What is another name? What is another television show that had a character like that with the name that rhymed? May and Faye.
Wings. Faye
Yes.
Yetten from Wings.
Faye Yetten from
That's
Wings.
right. You know Faye Yetten? Molly?
Yeah,
You do? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You play along.
I have.
That's
Usually she goes, "No, I know."
Wait, nobody asked me what was wrong with the fucking
We
thing?
did. We started with you.
I was going to say, I started with you.
Started with you.
Seriously, let's go back to that. Do you have something that you think was wrong with the show?
No, I think it's great.
So you talked over your own bumper for the next segment.
You can just restart it.
These-
Plus, I don't think I have issues with what you guys had issues with.
That's your voice. You hear that?
I hear it.
It's much different than it is now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's our voice. Remember that?
Yeah.
Were you there when she did that? You were there, right?
Yeah,
'Cause you were recording.
I wouldn't leave you two alone.
No, I don't think I was there when she recorded that. I think I sent you the. I said, "Hey, this is what I think would be good for the bumpers for the program,
Right.
Couch Pilots," and I sent them to you, and then you had her record them.
That's true.
So I wasn't there.
She was bashful back then.
I was in the kitchen.
You in the kitchen making dinner, barefoot and pregnant.
ladies and gentlemen, as we start
What do you think about this? Do you remember this, Molly? That's on here.
entry tables are in
But do you, I mean, like, you currently, do you remember this Molly? Is it a different Molly than we have in front of us today?
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position.
Nope, same Molly.
Bing bong. Hello. Ding dong. Hi.
Same Molly. Same one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't cuss. This is not that kind of show. You think this is fucking karaoke, Big E? IMDb score from 18 ratings. People from around the world scored Alligator Point a 6.4. A 6.4. What do you think about that, Blake?
Good. That's nice. That's good.
Critic reviews. Josh Hadley from Forces of Geek says, made it to air in 2003. I guess Fillion was already well aware that Firefly was a dead stick, but for him to move in this direction where he plays a dumb yokel in a shitcom was never going to be anything. Shows he may not make the best choices. After this, he would try a lead in a 21 Jump Street retread called Hollywood Division before he finally finds Castle. I'll be looking at Hollywood Division at some point, but back to Alligator Point, the level of humor is bland sitcom crap that thinks it's being edgy. For example, a fishing boat that's called the Happy Hooker, har har har. This is used as a running "look how edgy we are" gag. Fillion is way more talented than this, but then again, I say that about Castle, where I feel his talent and charisma is simply hoisted.
I think in Castle he was really good.
I never saw it. I don't give a shit about that show.
I was forced to watch quite a few episodes, and to be honest with you, that is a Nathan Fillion kind of role, not Bill, the stock car driver from Florida.
Molly, do you think that Nathan Fillion was perfectly cast as the lead in Castle Burp?
I don't know that, I mean, maybe not perfectly cast, but with him in that role, I would have continued to watch the show.
So you're a big Castle fan.
I am, yes.
How many seasons does that go? Like 6 or 7?
I'm not dead yet.
What's that? I'm not dead yet?
I don't think it was 6 or 7. I don't know how many episodes, or I don't know how many.
I bet
There's
I
like-
was
there's-
like 5 or 7 seasons.
Yeah,
I
5 or
mean, there
6,
were a
yeah.
lot. Yeah, there were more than, but
No.
I don't know offhand.
You said the
specifically.
castle, and I was going to start doing Monty Python lines. So I started with
From Holy Grail?
yeah. 'Cause
That's a really bizarre line to draw. So anytime a castle is mentioned, you think of Monty Python's Holy Grail?
and I think of the line, "I'm not dead yet."
Oh, there were 8 seasons of Castle.
That's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's like about 160, 70 episodes.
That's big money, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
You get that big money, baby.
Big castle money.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm not dead yet. I got that not dead yet money. Okay, move along.
Viewer reviews. Tycho657 says, I can see why this didn't make it. I knew Bill would win that bet. Good for you, Tycho.
Well, yeah, because then there wouldn't be in that second episode. if
Well, there
we
would be
didn't-
no reason for Emma to stay.
That's exactly right, too. Nathan Fan 1 says, what's that?
Oh, it's my Emerald Law Mysterious box set complete holiday collection. Pacific Rural Press. Okay, move along. Sorry.
Nathan Fan 1.
Ooh, Molly. This is Molly.
Nathan Fan
1.
This person probably has Nathan Fan 1 as like their password for everything they use.
Like Wilco.
Yeah.
Wilco 62.
The band Wilco?
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of the band Wilco?
Nope.
But all her passwords are the same, and they all are Wilco.
So you're telling all 40 of our listeners that what her passwords are? Time to change them.
Yep. Time to change him.
Somebody unearthed this
Oh,
gem.
did you know
with
he
Nathan.
is 6'2"?
That's a good
So am
height.
I.
That's a great height.
I'm 6'2".
No, you're not.
My dad was 6'2" before his degenerative bone disease.
I'm about 6'2".
No, you're not.
How much does he weigh?
It doesn't say.
Exactly.
He's 49. He was born March 27th, 1971.
I was born March 15th, 1975, so I'm younger, as tall, and
He's only 49?
Yep.
Molly,
Yeah. I know, right?
this guy is perfect for you.
He really is.
He doesn't have an AARP card
Nope.
yet, right?
he's rich.
He's rich.
He'll never say no if you want to buy
I
something.
don't. Oh.
He hides his shirts for you to find in the wilderness.
No, isn't that awesome?
He likes quiet sex.
I don't like quiet sex.
Don't say anything. Shut up.
Don't talk to me. But if you want to say something silly, it's okay.
I'm in you. Don't say anything.
You know what? Screw you. I just like to have some fun.
We're
Yeah.
having fun.
You know what?
I'm glad you're having a good time.
You know what Cyndi Lauper said, right?
Girls just want to have fun.
No, true color is shining through. Someone unearthed this gem with Nathan. It's a half-hour comedy pilot that never made it to screen. I got some giggles out of it, and of course,
Giggles.
I drooled over Nathan.
Oh, he's so cute.
This is
Do you remember writing that? she wrote it. She wrote it last night, and you just happened to pull it this morning.
found it. This is a good one. Rosalita 9899 from her very own blog says, I really enjoyed the pilot. It was a Kelsey Grammer production. I could see the potential after a bit of development. It was like Cheers, but in a Florida restaurant. Nathan played a former race car driver. This review from Rosalita is from someone who describes themselves, this is no joke, as a fillionaire. A Nathan Fillion mega fan.
Let's
Fillionaire.
hashtag that. How you spell that real quick? Hold
F-I-L-L.
on. F-I-L-I-O-N.
L-L-I-O-N. Her website?
Oh, is that a billion?
Fillionaire.
How you spell air?
I don't know, A-I-R-E. Her website has a very large article about her trip to see the taping of this pilot.
Wow, that's awesome.
You should add that to the show notes.
Yeah.
But this woman is a very large fan of Nathan Fillion from like...
How big is she?
pretty big. Anyway, it's very odd that she has her own blog about this, but it is...
I found a T-shirt of his when I was in Aruba.
Okay, it's cute. Oh, you know what? He was also in Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, was he?
He's the
That was
douchebag
cute.
boss, right? Like
Yeah.
the first few episodes only.
And that was canceled, by the way.
Was it really?
I tried to watch that show. I don't care. It sucked.
He was in Blast from the Past.
That was with Brendan Fraser. And who else was it? That was that Drew Barrymore. That too, right?
No, what's her face?
Alicia Silverstone?
Yeah.
Hey, watch this. Slam dunk.
Drive. What's Drive?
RuPaul's on CBS right now. As we
Drive 2007.
That Drive?
Drive.
There's a fantastic film to cinema called Drive with Ryan Gosling as the lead, but he's definitely not in that.
There was only one season of it.
Oh, it's a television program. I don't
Rotten
know.
Tomatoes gave it a 65%.
Well.
We don't talk about Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fresh to me. Now we grade Alligator Point. All three of us will come together, and each individually will
Come
give...
together
Right now.
for the grade.
1 to 7 is the grading scale taken from the program from the 1990s, affectionately and accurately known as Wings. We look at all the characters from that program when we assign them a number. Number 1, that's the worst score you're going to get, and that's a Roy Biggins.
R.I.P.
Number 7 is the best score you're going to get, and that's a fella goes by the name of Brian Hackett. Molly, I turn to you. How do you rate Alligator Point? Drink that beer, girl.
I'm giving Alligator Point a 7 all the
Holy
way.
shit, that's incredible.
Wow. We haven't had a 7 in a long time.
What hard times are that?
I'd watch that
What
show
hard times are that?
over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy. You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
You don't know. You don't know.
Congratulations. That's the first 7 we've had in a while.
Really?
That's pretty
It's
good.
been a while.
No, I really loved it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Wow.
It was a good show. I really liked it.
Oh, wow, you thought it was funny. Well,
I mean, even to be honest, and I'm being completely honest here,
please be honest with us.
even if Nathan was not in it, I would watch it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was, I laughed. I thought it was just kind of like in the, even if Nathan wasn't in it, if they had another male lead role, I would watch it.
Well, it's well documented that Nathan Fillion is a crush of yours, a television crush. Do you have any other television crushes right now, and ones that you think would fit the spot in this pilot?
My only other actual television crush right now, and I'm not even really sure that he would fit in that role.
Skeet Ulrich.
No.
Sparky Anderson.
So Sparky's good.
Oh, I can't. Hold on. Let me find his name.
Richard Ramirez.
Eric Tiergarten.
Eric Estrada.
No, he's on a show that's on TV right now.
Laughing.
Ooh, Richard M. Nixon.
No, is he on something right now?
He's dead and buried.
He was the president.
They're using a deep fake to bring him back for the Friends reboot.
I can't. I got a picture of him. Oh,
Let me see. I can tell you who he is, maybe.
Ryan Eggold.
Let me see.
Let go of my egg-old.
I have no idea who the fuck that guy. That guy looks like he looks like the guy from Party of Five.
He looks a lot like Johnny Bananas.
Matthew Fox. Scott. Isn't it funny that Party of Five had an actor named Matthew Fox and Scott Wolf? A wolf and a fox in the same fucking show?
What does a fox say?
I swear to God. Okay, so he's from the show New Amsterdam. I swear to God, I thought it was Matthew Fox. It's not him at all.
No,
What's his name? Eric Poopgold?
Something Eggold.
Eggold, let go my Eggold.
You might be saying it wrong. I don't know. It's Eggold. Eggold. I
High
don't
five
know.
that shit.
She said, you might be saying that. Go back and listen. She goes, you might be saying it wrong.
You might be a redneck.
No, but he would be my only other crush at the moment.
Do you think he'd be good in that role as
I don't
Bill?
know. No, not necessarily. I think he did a great job.
Would you rather him be good or be good at it?
Be good at it.
It's a fair question.
Okay.
Captain Philip, rest assured, I turn to you. How do you rate Alligator Point?
I tell you what, May was great. I loved Tank. I love that his bit about why he continues to smoke. I don't think Nathan Fillion was the fit for this, although he did fine except for the accent. Let's see. Oh, my big reveal. There's something very familiar about this pilot.
Oh.
And I instantly...
You have a big reveal for this episode.
Yes, no, I do.
Oh, great. Yes.
there was something very, very familiar about this. I believe that this is the show Wings in Florida, and instead of planes, there's boats. I think Bill's counter was Helen Chapel's food counter. I think May was the same character as Faye, the old wise woman. I think this is a knockoff of Wings, and I'm going to give it a 6.
Holy cow!
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
A 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
Come on, Jason.
Knock off of Wings.
Come to the dark
You
side.
didn't think it had even the title screen had like a Wings feel. I don't know which link you watched, but I like the whole title. Like it just
I didn't get a title screen.
early. I thought it was a lot like Wings.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. Because Wings really was kind of set in that one setting
yeah.
only. Yeah, I mean, you kind of creeped over to Joe's office sometimes.
Right.
And you went to the hangar sometimes.
Right.
But mainly, it was from Faye Yetton's counter
To Helen Chapel's counter.
That's exactly right.
And Roy Biggins was right. His counter was in the middle.
High five that shit. Boy, you guys have given me a lot to think about. From, what's that actor you said his name was? Ego?
Ryan Eggold.
Lego my Eggold?
Eggold.
Eggold. I don't think I can go with 7. I'll say this. I don't think I can even go with 6. I'm not even sure I can even go with 5.
What the flying fuck?
This is not that kind of show. Please don't curse. I don't know. I'm stuck right now. I don't know exactly what I'm going to give it, so I'm going to talk it out with you guys. I see the potential here, okay? To me, there always needs to be a Southern sitcom on television. You know what I'm saying?
Designing Women.
Yes. What's Brett Butler show? What was that?
Oh, yeah.
He's a good-looking guy. That Brett Eggleman.
Red.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not Hearts of Fire. That's what I'm thinking of. It's but Brett Butler had a show. Like anytime.
Well, careful.
Yeah. As much noise as possible on the mic, please. There always needs to be a show that, like, the Torkelsons was one in the 90s. It had a bunch of Southern people on it. Empty Nest, I guess, Park Overall was on that show, and she had a Southern accent.
Northern Exposure.
Well, that's pretty north. That's not south at all. But there needs to be a show on television that caters to the American
states.
South. These red states. Sure, why not? Look, I'm not a political guy, all right? I don't give a shit about the red states or the blue states, but everyone needs to be catered to.
Do you care about blue balls?
I don't want anyone to have blue balls. I want a complete evac. I would say that this program, maybe if slightly recast, we need to have a black lady in this show or another black guy. We're too far in the South to be a completely whitewashed cast minus that chef.
Do you think there could be an extra waitress that's a heavy-set black woman?
Absolutely. A heavy-set woman of color absolutely would be welcome into this cast. I give this...
Edamame?
What's that?
Edamame?
Edamame? Are you saying edamame, the soybean treat you get with sushi?
No, just come on.
I will say I give this. I want to say a 4.5.
Can't do decimals.
I give it a 4.
Oh,
What the hell?
Right down the middle. Nathan Fillion, I think, is very good in this. Jamie Presley went on to My Name is Earl to play another kind of Southern trashy lady. She is great for this. The show itself, I don't know, the homo preacher, the guy who's got emphysema carrying, I don't know.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There's some good stuff here, but it wasn't super funny. And I think
Were you back in 2003 when you watched this? Did you judge
in my
on-
mind?
Okay.
In my mind, I
All right,
was.
just making sure.
I give it a 4.
It's been a while since we
while.
had that kind of diversity.
No, it hasn't.
Okay.
It's very recent that we had some very diverse numbers. You give it a 6.
Yes.
And Molly, you give it a 7. And with that, we close the book on Alligator Point, and we will never speak of that show again.
Hold up. Hey, so this is... come on, people. I don't come onto the show very often.
You had me at come on, people.
I don't come to this show very often.
You had me at I don't come on the show very often.
I would like each and every one of you to watch this 22-minute episode and get on the bandwagon.
What happens
And give me a 7 for the Nathan Fillion show.
For all the fillionaires out there?
For all the fillionaires out there. I want to hear from you. I want to know that you agree with me.
How do they get a hold of you?
You do it how you always do it.
The dial-in number.
There's a dial-in number, or you can send me a Facebook Messenger, or you can do whatever you need to do to get a hold of me. But I want you to listen to this show. I want you to watch it, and I want you to laugh.
You can text Molly at 309-648. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you can find me on Facebook Messenger and just send me a message. It's
Sure.
fine. But yeah, Molly Clayton. I'm friends with Blake. Jason doesn't have one. But no, you can get a hold of me. And because come on. We can do this. Get him into more shows.
Do you think Nathan Fillion needs help getting into more shows?
He's fine. Nathan Fillion's fine.
That was the best line of this whole podcast. Let's get him into more shows.
Nathan Fillion has about 5 more
He
years.
hasn't worked in 3 months.
No, he's got about 5 more years, and then he'll need some help. But until then, he's good.
Just trying to get us to talk about it.
No, we've closed the book on Alligator Point, and we will never speak of it again.
Ever.
Unless, of course, you let me know.
Join us next time, won't you please, when we watch the pilot episode of Little Amy, Bobby Socks. Here's a little something to wet your whistle. 9-year-old Amy has decided that klutzy neighbor Arthur is the one she's going to marry. However, Arthur is too busy trying and failing miserably to get a place on the football team to pay any attention to her. So she comes up with what she thinks are foolproof schemes to get him to succeed, which will give him more time to spend with her. Complications ensue.
And he has a driver's license.
You can find the entire episode of Little Amy by subscribing to Couch Pilots and SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes. Or go to YouTube. Molly? Molly?
Go to YouTube.
Thank you. Very good. If you like the show and if you say I've heard the show and I like it, then you are one of 40 people from around in the world of over 7 billion people. You are one of 40.
You have a better chance of getting corona than liking
Oh,
the show.
100%. Yeah. We're the Corona safe bet. Go to couchpilotspodcast.com. You can find our email address, our Facebook, our Twitter information there. You can drop us a line. You're going to get frequent flyer
points.
You're going to get them.
Molly, what can people get with frequent flyer points?
You can get a phone call from one of our 2 captains.
Yep.
You can get aviator glasses, some underwear from Blake and Jason. You can also get dates from them. And
We're talking about dates on the calendar.
Right.
We will let you know that of dates that exist. Blake,
Right.
what's your favorite date?
March 15th, baby.
I love September 3rd.
Uh-huh.
I'm a big fan of December 8th.
Yeah.
Call me a sucker for June 1st.
Oh, love that June.
We'll
1st.
give you some dates.
Lots
Anything
of
else
fun
they can?
things.
What else can they get with the frequent flyer? How do they get frequent flyer points, Molly?
By participating.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Very vague, but not wrong.
You really need to participate. You need to watch the shows, and you need to let us know what you are thinking.
And there's other ways you can participate too.
Sure.
And that's by calling 910 Pilots 1.
Which is what, Molly?
910-745-6871. Call us on your stupid telephone and leave us a message with your dumb fucking voice, and we're going to play it right here on the show.
Or call me or send me a Facebook message and let me know what you think of Alligator Point
Where can they call you?
on the phone.
Very good.
Yeah, and Spotify and couchpodspodcast.com are the 2 places you can find all the episodes. There's restrictions on iTunes.
Yeah, there are restrictions. I used to say at the end of the show, Blake, what is your message of positivity? But we don't say that anymore. We say, what is your...
No, we're in a pandemic. We have no positivity.
What is your pandemic media recommendation?
A I'm going to need some positivity. Bring
Yes.
it out.
No.
She wants you to get it out.
No, we don't do positivity anymore. Now we do what I'm watching and what I'm liking to watch.
Couldn't you do some positivity also?
No. That was.
That was before.
But what if me as a wife is telling you as a husband that I need some positivity?
But on this show, we're not wife and husband. We're stewardess and captain.
That's separate from the program.
Tell anyone. God damn it.
Are you drunk?
You actually gave it away that we're married. I was going to do a bit at the beginning, and then you were talking about me being your husband, and we couldn't do a bit. I was going to say that me and you were having sexual relations.
Do you guys, when you're drunk, ever feel like you want to strip off your clothes?
Never.
Molly?
No.
But I've seen her do it. She says no. My recommendation, my COVID recommendation is what I'm calling it.
Let's hear it.
COVID recommendation to watch. I'll let you know here
Busy?
in just a second.
You busy?
My alarm went off. I'm supposed to call into my fantasy football league right now. It's the rookie draft.
Uh-oh. Is that going to be a problem?
Fuck it.
Burt Kreischer's new Kreischer's new stand-up special, Hey Big Boy, on Netflix. All his specials are really good.
Oh.
Does he do them all without a shirt on?
Yes,
He
he does.
does.
What the fuck is that?
He was
it's part of
supposed
his.
to be here in June.
Yeah, we were gonna go, but then we weren't gonna go because we were gonna go to Reno.
Peoria?
But then we're
He's
not
going
going.
to Peoria?
he's coming
He's
to
coming. He
Peoria.
was coming, but we weren't gonna go because we're gonna go to Reno.
Is your Reno thing canceled?
Right now it's October 21st.
Did they really move it?
Yeah.
I'm
Moved the whole
sorry.
tournament.
I'm very sorry. I know
But-
you're looking forward to
But
that.
I'm assuming they are canceling Bert too.
Yeah. So, all his specials on Netflix are really funny.
they're
Even
hilarious.
Molly laughs. She
Oh
snort
my
laughs.
god, I laugh my ass off. They are so funny.
He's funny, and he's got a podcast. It's not good. Don't listen to it.
What's it called? Your Mama's House?
Whose house?
No, that's what's that other guy? Tom Segura. His podcast is called
His-
Your Mom's House.
Yeah, they have a podcast together.
Yeah, that's the podcast.
they have a podcast.
Two fat
together.
fucking white guys with
No,
their shirts
it's
off.
something about two
Bear
bears in
and
one
a
cave.
something,
Two
yeah.
bears, one cave.
Yeah, because they're fat, hairy guys.
Yeah, but the Burtcast is what. It's not good.
All right, fuck.
Oh no! See, I watched the Two Bears. I
yeah, it's
listened
not
to the
good
Two
either.
Bears one.
Molly, thank you so much for being part of
Kevin?
our program today.
I just
You have
suggest
more?
everybody watches it, and
Okay.
all his Netflix specials are great. But that's the latest one that came out.
Okay. Well, great. We'll check that out.
Have you ever watched them?
No,
Oh, fucking do it! It's hilarious.
don't yell at me like
Oh,
that.
fucking do it, Jason! You do it right now.
Thank your wife for being here.
Molly, thank you very much for being here. I know you don't like the studio. I know you don't like podcasting.
That's really not true. I enjoy it a lot, especially when I get to talk.
I didn't.
Normally, I don't get to talk.
I think we give you plenty of time to talk whenever you're on.
Sometimes.
Did you feel
It's
that
been
way?
a while.
It's been a while. It was fun having you on. I hope you had a good time.
Stained.
Had a good time. Thanks for having me. Hey,
Like my
don't
underwear.
forget to get in touch with me in regards to the pilot.
Why are you whispering?
Remember when you peed on her? This pilot may have been rough, but it's always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots. Thanks, everyone. We'll pee on you next time.
Love you guys. Stay safe.